Mr. Heck?
Yes, Commission, we have two work session items tonight. And our first one, we have with us from the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Chris Schutte and Christina Jarrell, and they are going to update us on a great event that's almost here, Holiday in the City. So with that, Chris and Christina.
Brian and staff, commission, Mayor Rue, thanks for having us tonight. I am Chris Schutte with the Greater Springfield Partnership and Visit Greater Springfield. Just want to talk to you guys a little bit tonight about one of our community's great traditions, Holiday in the City. Holiday in the City is coming up, begins on November 28th. So just a quick little bit of history that a lot of people don't know about the event, but the Greater Springfield Partnership assumed leadership of Holiday in the City exactly 10 years ago. This will be our 10th Holiday in the City event that we have managed. We picked up the event following the dissolution of the Center City Association, who had run the event for the prior 10 to 15 years. Ahead of that, did a great job really establishing that event for the community, building it up through the years. Then over the past 10-year window that we have run Holiday in the City, it's grown from a one-night event to what has become a 5-week event and really benefits our downtown merchants, our downtown retailers and restaurants, because it really extends the time that people are spending downtown for Holiday in the City. So this year we kick off with the Grand Illumination event. That's going to be on November 28th. So Grand Illumination includes a lot of different sub-events that Christine is going to tell you about. Santa's Arrival Parade, our outdoor ice rink, which we're now in year 5 of the outdoor ice rink. Ice skating, kids amusement rides, and the big feature item is the fireworks and drone show, which happens at 7 o'clock this year. Holiday in the City is presented by the Greater Springfield Partnership, but I would be remiss in not thanking all of our sponsors, of which there's almost 190 event sponsors this year, including our premier event sponsors. I want to make sure I read them, so I've got them: Assurant, City of Springfield, thank you guys, Jeff Weiler, Springfield, Lagos, and the Turner Foundation. And really also want to shout out our fundraising director, Beth Goodrich. Beth is the one that makes this event happen. She works directly one-on-one with the 190 event sponsors to make this event a reality. So thank you to Beth for all of her hard work. Hopefully she's watching to hear that. And so with that, I'm going to turn things over to Christina. She can tell you a little bit more about the Grand Illumination.
Great. So I'm Christina Jarrell. I am the Downtown Events Programmer. And as Chris said, Grand Illumination will take place on Friday, November 28th. Everything kicks off at 5 p.m. and then we'll wrap up around 8:30 or 9 p.m., give or take. I'm just going to kind of run down the list of events you guys can see here on the screen. So we have our outdoor ice rink that'll run from 5 to 9 p.m. and it will be the same as in past years. $5 gets you skate rentals and time on the ice. We will have skate assists. We have 6 new ones this year that we are very excited to put out on the ice. Then we'll also have food trucks. Just to name a few of the local food trucks we have Briella's, JoJo's Barbecue, D&L Concessions, Under Pressure Mobile Kitchen, C. Marie's Sweet Seductions, and that's just to name a few. We have a couple other surprises coming out that night, so you can definitely grab a bite to eat all over town. A lot of our downtown restaurants will also be open until 9 or 10 p.m., so if you don't want to eat before, you have plenty of time to eat afterwards. Then we will have the kids' rides back again. The Ferris wheel will come back. I think that was a great hit last year. And it will also be free, same as last year. And we are including the mini Himalaya, which we are super excited about. So there will be the mini roller coaster for the kiddos, as well as the Ferris wheel. Both of those are free of charge, thanks to Lagos, Bushnell, and Jeff Weiler. Then we will have Santa's entrance parade that will start at 6 p.m. The grand illumination of the tree will be about 6:30, and then fireworks and drones at 7. Then after that, you guys are free to mosey around, go grab some skates. There will also be a special live performance of The Weekend Effect at the State Theater, kicking off at 7:30. So that will be super fun and very festive.
And warm.
And warm,
Yeah,
yes,
as
and
opposed to
warm.
us having, yeah, we kind of gave up on the idea of a band outside, to be honest, this year, because it's just,
Too cold.
it's fun, but it's miserable for the bands. And we've had some bad luck over the years with the bands really out there freezing. So yeah, so we're moving the band indoors this year.
Yeah, and that's just kind of the quick, easy view of events. And then we have our event map. You will see this on our social media channels, on Facebook at Visit Greater Springfield, and on Instagram. So a couple things to note on this map is we will have specific handicap accessible parking thanks to Richwood Bank, West Banco, and Park National. So their downtown lots will be exclusively for handicap accessible parking. Make sure you have your sticker or your license plates. That will be from 5 to 6 p.m. to allow everyone to get down. get parked, and easily get to the parade route, which will come down the 2 full blocks of Fountain. After 6 p.m., we will open those lots if there are any spots left to any other cars that need places to park. Something else important to note is that we are going to keep the roads open downtown as long as we possibly can. So all of the road closures will really happen at 3 p.m. approximately. The only road closure that will be all day long is from Jefferson down to High Street, because that is the area in which we set up fireworks and drones. So we can have no pedestrians and no vehicles go through there. Explosives, very expensive drone equipment, and we want to keep everybody safe. So if you are going to park in the lots behind the library or over there on Jefferson, please come down Center Street to access the event. Same thing if you're over in the Y parking lot, come down Limestone. Those are the easiest way in. You will not be able to walk down that part of South Fountain at
And again,
all.
no need to commit any of this to memory. We will have this out a lot. You'll see this in print form. You're going to see it in digital form, on social media. You'll see it on websites. So just to give you kind of just an overall picture, though.
Yeah, and then it'll be out and let you guys know where the roads will be closed and at what intersections. The parking garage will still be completely accessible. There's tons of parking there. You have all the other parking around town. But most important one is that handicap accessible parking, 5 to 6 p.m., just to kind of help everybody out and make it a bit more accessible for the community. So then our outdoor ice skating rink. So that is kind of all grand illumination stuff. And as we know, Holiday in the City is not just grand illumination. It is 5 weeks, as Chris mentioned, of tons of events. The key of that to me is the ice rink. So that will open on the 28th and run every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday till January 4th. So we have modified our Sunday skate. It used to be an evening skate. It is now a daytime skate. So it's perfect. Go grab some lunch, come over, skate. It'll be super fun. Then we will be closed on December 25th because it is Christmas. But thanks to United Senior Services, they have offered to open up the rink on Christmas Eve for a special Home for the Holidays skate from 11 to 3 p.m., which is great. It'll be super fun. Something else we have at the ice rink this year is we are adding in a to-go concession where you can kind of grab chips, candy bars, just quick little easy things. And then we also will have a warming tent this year. Now, it will not be a warm, cozy 68 like your house, but it will help take the chill off. Thanks to Home City Tents for coming up with a very creative solution to make that possible. It's a great addition to the ice rink.
One other thing I'd like to mention about the ice rink, Christina mentioned the nonprofits. So we have a number of nonprofit partners that assist us in running the day-to-day, night-to-night operations of the ice arena. And then they actually take 50% of the income generated. So that works out great for us, works out great for them. It's a good fundraiser for them for special purposes. Something we've done since the first year of the ice rink. And now it's been so popular, they now come to us looking to take shifts. So yeah, really happy we can do that. It really helps out some of the nonprofits locally.
Yeah, and the concession will also have donation hot chocolate. So if you buy a cup of hot chocolate and you decide to donate $1, $5, $10, 100% of those proceeds will go to that nonprofit. So this is just another revenue source for them so they can keep doing the work that they do in our community. And then, so we have the Holiday in the City 5 weeks of celebration calendar. Because once again, it is not just grand illumination, it is a whole 5 week of events. So this calendar is going to be on Facebook. It's already published. You're going to see it around downtown and at different locations. And it highlights a lot of great events from kind of large community ones like SantaCon and the Nutcracker to kind of just these awesome free movie nights at the State Theater and Myers Market, as well as some special hours at Hatch Artist Studios to grab some very interesting and unique homemade gifts before the holidays. So please check this out. Mark your calendars, plan your December. Once again, all of this will be on our social media channels through Visit Greater Springfield Facebook and our Instagram. And that's kind of the rough wrap up of 5 weeks in 5 minutes.
Well done. Well, thank you for working on this so hard. And I agree with you. Beth Goodrich is she'll grab onto you until you say yes.
She will, yes.
Yeah, she does a great job
love
of
her for
helping our
that.
community for sure. I want to know, can you just tell us how many estimated are in the crowd on the night of the Grand Illumination? How many people come to downtown Springfield on that opening event?
Yeah. And so we have a new tool called Placer AI, which is a really interesting, it's an interesting tool that will allow us to measure crowd estimates, and it's based on cell phone data. You probably don't want to know how it works exactly because it will frighten you of how accurate it can actually be. But no, so it's based on cell phones, and it can get you a count that's about 94% accurate for almost any event. So last year we had over 5,000 people for the opening night event. And that was with weather that was pretty tough, if you remember last year. So I would anticipate, it looks like, in fact, we just looked today, looks like it might be a pretty nice snowy evening, not super cold. So I would anticipate maybe even more like 6,000 to 7,000. But yeah, so a lot of people downtown all at one time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your
Yeah.
hard work.
Thank
Other
you.
comments from commissioners? Dr. Estrop?
I just want to say thanks, not only to the two of you, but the many people involved in making this a reality in Springfield. It's a great event, and I keep my fingers crossed for good weather to make it a
Absolutely.
wonderful event
Yeah.
outside.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the work that you guys do. My children are now 18 and 25, and we used to come down all the time before I ever even imagined being a city commissioner. So it was always a great time for our family. So thank you.
Great. Thank you.
And I would be remiss not to just say thank you to all of our sponsors. Like Chris said, 192 sponsors. This is really a massive community event. And not just the sponsors, people who donate their time, their money, and the downtown businesses and other local businesses and organizations who have all of these great events. So you can have 5 weeks of things to go to that are low to no cost. I mean, it really makes for a great, very like happy holidays December. And so I just want to say thank you to everyone in our community who has donated their time, their effort, their brain cells. I know mine are running in short supply right now, but without them, this would be absolutely impossible.
I too just want to thank you. Seeing the evolution of Holiday in the City over the past 25 years has been phenomenal. And then when we added the drones, it was like the mic drop because I thought we're going to have to pick fireworks or drones. And Chris is like, we got them both. It was
Nice.
amazing. I would like to hear a little bit more about the setup. Who's setting it up? How long does it take to prepare for this event? I feel like Holiday in the City never leaves your radar all year long.
No.
But just kind of explain a little bit of what it takes to put this on.
I would say Christina legitimately starts working on this a good 6 months to 7 months out. Fundraising starts a good 4 months out. And then the actual physical setup, which thanks to Derek Snowden and his team that does a lot of that work on our end, you know, the ice rink alone takes a good solid week to 10 days, not even including the freezing part of it, actually freezing the ice. You have to layer the ice in. It's a very tricky little thing. I mean, you can't just flood it and watch it freeze. You have to layer in the ice or it will break, literally. So that's a long process. And Derek's been working on lights now for already a month. So putting up lights around town, lighting the various, you know, trees, structures. So it is a long process. It is just it's an all-encompassing thing. And yeah, thanks to Christina for doing a great job with that.
Thank you to all of you guys, everybody that puts the time in behind the scenes and in the front to bring joy to the community for so many weeks. So thank you guys.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of city workers that also help us out with
Oh, for
putting up
sure.
the tree. The tree is a massive undertaking. And, you know, we had Cap Construction, CNS Tree, and Dan's Towing, along with all of the city maintenance crew, putting that into place. I know Jeff Thomas plays a pivotal role for us in aiding
Yes.
Derek in getting
sure.
that ice rink in the exact correct spot, because it can't just be wherever. It has to be in a very specific spot with very specific specifications. So we are very appreciative to that
Yeah.
and to everybody who helps us out.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank
the
you.
presentation.
Appreciate you having us.